Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, dearly welcome to Junglist Entertainment. Here we give you hot gist of what is trending, all the trending issues in Nigeria and Africa and the world at large. Please do well to hit the subscribe button, the bell, and also the like so as to stay updated with what Junglist Entertainment has to offer. Wizkid is African Artist of the Decade. These words are coming from the desk of Don Jazzy, Don Baba J, aka who do this beat? Jazzy, aka it's Don Jazzy again. According to the Marvin record boss Michael Collins, that is his real name, who is best known as Don Jazzy, has revealed that he will nominate Wizkid for African Artist of the Year award if he had the power to do so. The popular Nigerian music executive Don Jazzy made this known via a comment on Instagram. We should recall that Drake was awarded Artist of the Decade by Billboard recently. On a post on Instagram where popular Ude Sope Olajide asked the public to nominate their African Artist of the Decade if Billboard was to give such an award, Don Jazzy commented, Wizkid has been doing very well. His album Made in Lagos has been topping the charts internationally, not just in Nigeria. Especially the song he did with Tems, Essence, that song is lit. We saw celebrities dancing to that song. People like Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, to name just a few. They've been dancing to the song Tems. They love the song. You know, there's this thing about that song, about the guy touching your boy, that my body belongs to you. That song is actually lit. Wizkid has been doing very well. And Don Jazzy has said if he had the power, he would have nominated Wizkid as the best artist of the decade. Still talking about Drake, who won Artist of the Decade on the Billboard Music Awards. Drake dropped a message recently, words of encouragement or words of wisdom. He said, never show anger at slight. Tell nothing, earn respect from everyone by deeds, not words. Respect the members of your blood family. Gambling is recreation, not a way to earn a living. Love your father, your mother, your sister. Think harder about who you call your brothers, and beware of loving any woman other than your wife. These are words of wisdom from Champagne Papi, from Drizzy, from Drake. What are your thoughts regarding this? Don't forget to drop your comment below. These are really basically words of wisdom that gambling, we should not view gambling as recreation. Let me just use this as a point of emphasis on Drake's words to his fans, that we should use gambling as recreation. You know, there's this thing, these betting sites. We have so many betting sites in the country because football is our major game in this country, and people have been betting. People use it as a way of making money. Some people do it as a way of earning a living. You see someone collecting loan of 100,000 or even more just to bet, because the person has that confidence that these are sure games, that this game will definitely give him ₦1 million. We've heard it from the desk of Drake that we should view gambling as recreation, something we do for fun, not something that will make us earn a living, and that we should respect our parents and our siblings, and we should beware of people we call brothers, and loving any woman other than your wife. We've heard it from Champagne Papi. What are your thoughts? Please don't forget to drop your comments on the comment section below. Still talking about the entertainment industry, no, not the music industry. We've talked about Wizkid, Don Jazzy, and Drake. Those are in the music industry. Let's come on to the movie industry. We have this guy, Samuel Ajibola, popularly known as Spiff. He's been acting in the TV series The Johnsons. He's the clown of the family. Spiff dropped a message to his fans. He said, it's difficult to let go, but it's time to officially announce on this platform as I quit my role as Spiff in The Johnsons. Wow, and Spiff has huge number of fans out there. According to Spiff, he says, thanks to everyone for your undying support and love. I couldn't have asked for more. Spiff is leaving his role as Spiff in the TV series The Johnsons. We know he got married recently, and marriage, love is a beautiful thing anyway. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to drop your comments below. Still talking about love. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. My 7 husbands can't cheat on me. 7 husbands. I build them a house each and visit them anytime to have sex. These words are coming from a traditionalist. There's this video that has been trending online of a polyandrous woman that is married to 7 husbands, and this video has been making rounds on social media. According to the woman is a traditional healer and she is living in peace with her husbands. She claims she does not cut her hair, as was the case of biblical Samson, because her powers emanate from the hair. She hasn't cut her hair since she was born. When asked why she married 7 husbands, she said, "I don't do it of my will. I was commanded by the elders. It was an order from them, and that's when I was given superpowers. The elders told me to produce more children from my husbands, and I mustn't have more than 1 child from 1 man. Hence the reason why I married more than 6 husbands. It was strange to me, but I had to comply, else I'll be seriously punished," she said. She noted that she wasn't the one who chose the men, but was directed by the spiritual elders to them. When I approach these men, they have no choice than to agree because of my superpowers. I built a house for each of these men and visit them anytime to make love and satisfy their needs. These men can never dare cheat on me, as my superpowers reveal it to me before they think of it," she said. A traditionalist married to 7 men and she satisfies them. My sister, you don't marry a Calabar man. You don't marry Calabar man at all. What are thoughts of that anyway? But this will pass Kayamata. 7 men, and you visit them, you build houses for all of them, for the 7 men, and from the video they are living in peace. They don't have issues, they don't quarrel with each other. Whenever you feel like, you go to this person's house. But what if 3 people want to hammer you that day? Come on, man. Question was plenty this matter, that the elders told her not to have more than 1 kid from 1 man. Why not? Why marry them? Why not go around sleeping and having kids for 3 different men? Well, just watch the video of what the traditionalists said.
She has no problem of having more than 7 husbands. When it's time for making love, it depends on who I want. I'm the one who chooses where to sleep and make love. Because I build each and everyone a house, I visit whoever I want, and I satisfy their needs. There is no husband who has ever complained about anything, and none of them can dare try cheating on me. My superpowers can show it.
We've heard it from the traditionalists that the men can't dare. They can't dare cheat on her. So Nigerian women out there who are like, men are cheats. See what your mates are doing. That build houses for men because they don't want the men to cheat on them. This matter, pass Kaya matter. This matter, pass Kaya matter. As in, the matter is strong. 7 men and they can't dare cheat on you, and you satisfy their sexual needs. What if you get pregnant twice for a man? Maybe the others will not let her get pregnant for a man twice, according to what she said, that she believes in the elders. What are your thoughts on that anyway? Don't forget to drop your comment below. Still talking about this love of eating. Africa is a funny continent. Prostitutes in Dema Growth Point in Zimbabwe are reportedly now accepting buckets of maize and cups of beans as payment from their cash-strapped male clients. Some of the sex workers who spoke to New Zimbabwe appealed to the government and other organizations for low-interest loans to start income-gaining projects to fend for their starving families. Oh, that is terrible. One of the sex workers, who only identified herself as Alice, said, "Gone are the days when we used to charge $5 for the night. These days, even $1 is acceptable." Wow. So that you are able to buy vegetable and tomatoes and cook something for your starving children. Alice disclosed that she has 3 children, one of which is in Form 4. The child needs Zimbabwe Schools Examination Council, ZIMSEC, registration fees, while the other kids are in grade 7 and grade 1, respectively. She added, "I now even accept a bucket of maize or cups of dried beans as payment for sex services. At least I am assured that my kids will have porridge." What is happening to Africa? We thought Nigeria is like becoming the worst country, but if you hear stuff like this, it gives up a little hope in this country. Their sex workers are now accepting beans and corn because they want to cook for their families. They can do anything, sleep with men, just to, if you sleep with me, just give me beans and corn, let me cook for family. Ah, man, what is really happening? What is really happening to us in Africa? Still talking about the NYSC saga, a House of Rep member from Rivers State recently came up and said that the NYSC is not meeting its goals, that it should be scrapped, it should be wiped out. Senator Sheikh Husani dropped a comment recently. He said the NYSC should not be scrapped. It's needed now more than ever before. Many Nigerians have never known anywhere other than their hometown, and university town is not for NYSC. Its mandate should be expanded to give participants full military training in the face of insecurity. That is coming from the desk of Senator Sheikh Husani, and people have been responding to this message from the senator, that give NYSC members premium training to defend themselves. That is that sense or premium nonsense. That how can you fight bandits or kidnappers with guns, with bare hands, or let's say with sticks or something? We've heard it from the desk of Senator Sani and from the desk of other people that read this. What about you? What do you think about this? Should the NYSC be scrapped? What are your thoughts on that? Don't forget to drop your comments below. We're still talking about this love of eating. There's this woman that dumps her husband of 3 months. They've just been married for 3 months. And guess what? She dumped her husband for a rich man living overseas. She does. Wahala be like Regina Daniels, Richashka. They had to finish. He plenty well. That is wahala. You've been married and people are here. People are in Nigeria looking for husbands. And you got married 3 months ago. And all of a sudden you saw a man overseas. Overseas where? We don't know. Even if it is Ghana, it is overseas. If the man is in Cameroon, it is overseas. Let's move on to the United States of America. We know Jennifer Lopez. She was married to Alex Rodriguez and called it quits. And before now, Ben Affleck proposed to her. And when it was a few weeks to their wedding day, she called it quits. Now, there's this thing that has been going on between Ben Affleck and Jello, that it looks like Alex Rodriguez is a thing of the past for Jenny, because things between her and her ex Ben Affleck seem to be getting serious. Jennifer Lopez, who is 51 years old, and Ben Affleck, who is 48 years, were working out at Anatomy Fitness separately. But once they were both inside, they were not trying to hide their relationship. They went to do their workouts with separate trainers, but were not trying to hide their relationship by any means. They stayed close to each other while working out and were hugging, being playful together, and shared a kiss in between sets. They saw sets to ET. It was clear to everyone that they have intense chemistry and were having fun together. Jennifer Lopez, Jello. What are thoughts of that anyway? Don't forget to drop your comments below. You know Jello, she has this thing. People have been complaining that Jello doesn't, she doesn't stay with one man. She keeps switching. And she's 51. And she left her husband. She said they want to go their separate way. She didn't say they are divorced or that they've separated. They want to go their separate way, that they are still friends. And now she has moved to her ex, Ben Affleck. Jello. And they were making out at the gym, kissing and sweating and doing stuff. That is what we saw. That is what was seen from the gym. We don't know what is happening inside the house. What are your thoughts on that anyway? Don't forget to drop your comments below. Still talking about Jello's ex, Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez has gone into business. Alex Rodriguez has been booked and busy since his breakup from Jennifer Lopez. The former basketball star has unveiled a partnership with the company Hims and Hers to develop men's makeup. The first item will be a concealer stick for men called the Blur Stick, which is aimed at helping men cover under eye circles, skin blemishes, razor bumps, and more. Working with the Hims and Hers team, I wanted to create a product that solved an issue I faced every day. I realized as I was jumping from meeting to meeting, I needed something quick and easy in my routine to conceal blemishes or razor bumps. He said, it's a convenient concealer specifically designed for men that can be used for skin imperfections. We've heard it from the desk of Alex Rodriguez. He's been busy doing his thing. He's now into business, doing stuff for men and women. He's been busy in his own way, hustling. Jennifer Lopez has been busy in her own way, doing a love thing with Ben Affleck. Wahala be like bicycle. You know they had to start. Recall that President Muhammadu Buhari was trolled on social media by Nigerians over failure to attend the burial ceremony of Chief of Army Staff and 10 other military officers who died in a Bashcraft 350 aircraft crash on Friday, May 21st, 2021. During the Biafra podcast, Nnamdi referred to Buhari as the deads and says the deads can't bury the deads. He ended that part by saying if the real President Buhari was alive, he would have attended the funeral. He said a general died and a general didn't attend his burial. The dead can't bury the deads. The real Buhari would have gone for the burial if only he was alive. We heard it from the desk of the IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What are your thoughts on that? Don't forget to drop your comments below. Thank you very much for watching Juggler's Entertainment. We hope you're entertained. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the bell, and also the like so as to stay updated with the times. Take care of yourself and have a lovely day.